Hey everyone, it's Chewburger here. Thank you so much for the support that you guys gave me over the last couple of videos yesterday. As I said, videos wasn't something that I intended on doing, but because there's been a relatively good response so far, I figure we might try and put out a few more over the next week while I'm actually home. So as you saw in the video yesterday, I had some challenges when it came to Dark Dimension, as many players did. It seems that if you are able to clear a certain percentage of that particular raid, that it must have procced one of the anti-cheating mechanisms. Now, I don't know that for sure. It is the current running theory, but I'm sure the devs will get back to us over the next week as to what occurred. Now, the good news is the bug seems to have been fixed. So I was able to successfully complete that node 100% this morning with exactly the same strategy that I showed you yesterday. So what we're going to do now is, hopefully that still is fine, we're going to jump into the next node. So I haven't had too much of a look at this yet. We've got a lot of Deadpools, we've got some Iron Fists. It looks like a really big sustain team. So that could be something that's quite irritating for a Fury team because we don't really necessarily have any heal blockers. When Luke Cage does his thing, that's going to be a risk for the Fury team because obviously there's going to be 2 turns that Fury's going to be exposed. So I may try and save his AoE buff for that. So let's have a go at it anyway, and let's see what we can do. I think that this is probably not the best team for this node. I think maybe a Doctor Strange or another heal blocker would be the way to go. This could be actually a really good Venom node now I think about it, because I didn't actually see the full list there, but I don't think they had a Dispeller. So if there was no Jessica Jones, that might be something that's not too bad actually. Okay, so Deadpool you definitely don't want to debuff. You just want to chip at Operative first, because A, she's going to be the first person to go, and then B, she's going to then stealth herself instead of a character that I really want to hit. Leaving Deadpool up is never my preference, but if you put buffs up on him, it is never a good idea, because he's just going to heal straight through it. So I'm just going to chip away at this Operative. She's going to get that off before I can get the stun. I'm not too surprised by that. Okay, she actually got off on the Deadpool because she procced herself heal. Okay. So because she's going to heal so often and she's going to hide the targets that I want to see, this may not be the right call, but I'm going to try and stun her out. Because the other healers are a lot longer. Now, Iron Fist is going to go bananas on the next one, as is Deadpool. So at the moment, he's going to hit the minion. He should still hit the minion when I do this. I guess we'll find out very shortly. Okay, so we'll stun out that Operative, who doesn't have as much health as I thought, which is actually really good. I was worried about this. Let's try and get that death proof so I can get a minion train going. Okay, the offense down, defense up combo worked really well there. Let's take that death proof. That way Fury can use that a little bit later. Who do I want to slow down? Maybe even Cage. If I can stop him from taunting and being irritating, I think that would be a good way to go. Let's get the offense down on the Wolverine. Again, I would love to debuff and offense down the Deadpool, because obviously he's an ever-present threat in this particular sort of setup. However, that is not something that is going to help, because he's just going to shake it off and heal through it. Slow down that Wolvie, considering he's a very slow character already. Let's keep railing. Offense down. Let's just keep plugging away here. See, that passive of that medic is going to be super irritating. So I may have to try and slow her down. And maybe try and get a stun as well, so that we can block it. Starting to lose a little bit of health on some of these characters. So I'll contemplate shifting to a heal very shortly. I think I'll just use the AoE heal, because we can steal some of these. I might even be able to get Fury to share them. Okay, so Cage got his buffs off. Alright, so we'll stun him out just because I can. Okay, Operative is a little low, so just to protect her just in case. Alright, so we've got a taunt up. So what I'll do is bring the extra minions down, and then we can try and get death proof on a few of these minions just to give them a little bit more life. Let's use that AoE heal and get everyone back up. Okay, so the taunt for 2 turns is now on Fury. So now we are effectively in the danger zone, okay? Because it means that they are going to hit Fury. So I need to try and get his defense up as soon as possible. At least he has that death proof. So if things go really badly for me, I should be okay. All right, sweet. So watch this, right? How ridiculous is this mechanic? Now every character has taunt. Like, why is this here? Why is this a thing? I don't get it. Anyway. All right, so we'll keep piling on this medic. Actually, I should put that on Wolverine. I'm pretty sure he's due for his ult. Let's see. Who can actually stun out here? Let's just slow down Iron Fist, I guess. I'll slow down that healer on my next run. Alright, we've got a few guys starting to eat it in the minion squad. Okay, I said I was going to slow that character down, so I probably should do that. Let's hide another one. Got to keep those minions alive. If we can get that stun train, slow train happening. Alright, one healer down. Let's stun the other one. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to watch in a sec. I'm pretty sure that her passive won't... That death proof, man. See, they had to waste 2 characters on that 1 minion just because of that death proof. It is so good. Okay. Let's see what we got. Maybe I should keep Luke Cage around for a bit longer. Just because of the fact that he is going to keep getting death proof off. Alright. So, I might as well take out this medic. Although I think I may regret that. What I may try and do since... Whoa. Alright, we still got the death proof up, so it wasn't as bad as I thought. I don't need to use this now, but I guess it sort of makes me feel a little bit safer when I do have it up. Okay, let's try and stop that heal from going off. Okay, the offense down, defense up, works. Man, Deadpool on a team full of minions, I got to admit, it's something that I think is definitely one of the weaknesses of this Fury squad if you can expose it. Alright, let's just not have him taunt again. I don't want to steal that to expose Fury. I've changed my mind. Alright, yes, death proofs for all. There's only 1 minion, I think, that got a bonus from that, but the extra offense up is always amazing. Let's put the offense down over here, and then that way we might even just start taking out Deadpool, just because he's irritating. And that bleed on so many minions could potentially pull a team like this apart, for sure. Other than that, I'm going to try and take everyone down pretty evenly. Wolverine's the slowest, so let's keep him the slowest. Then we'll take Iron Fist. Let's get our chain, get some energy. Now, who is he going to ult on? Not his ult, even better. Okay, another offense down over here. Do I want to take Deadpool out? Let's just try and energy manage these guys for a bit. So what I'm going to do now is just basically chip away where I can. Who do I want to stun out? Let's say that Wolvie. Just going to have to worry about him then. This guy may have an ult. That's what happens when you don't pay attention, folks. Okay, fantastic. Okay, let's just take his energy back down a little bit. No crit, but not the end of the world. Let's keep plugging at this Wolverine for a sec. And then I'll be forced to kill the Deadpool, I dare say. Yeah, I'm not getting those assists, unfortunately, to help chip them down. Oh, that's good. I was worried there was going to be another wave. It may still drop down. So let's just try and chip these guys down. Stop him from taking a turn. Because he's stunned. He shouldn't get his passive working. But I don't know if Wolverine's one of the ones that is affected by that or not. Okay. Because if I can get them all down low, it gives me the opportunity to run an AoE across the board and then drop another 4 when that next wave unexpectedly drops. I'm a big fan of this strategy. Like, just basically crowd controlling all of them as much as you can to really stop them getting rolling. And look, I do apologize as well. I know a lot of people still don't have Nick Fury, and it might seem kind of dickish that most of the things that I'm showing right now are Nick Fury. But I suppose a lot of people are wondering, you know, is Fury worth it? Should I spend so many months on Kree? I mean, for me, there's been times where I've wanted to pack it in, man. Like, you spend sort of 6 to 8 weeks on arguably one of the worst teams in the game. I'm sick of those blue bastards. Like, you have no idea. That rework cannot come soon enough because they're useless in Blitz. All right, it may mean that there's no... I should use that on these two because that way I could have gotten the chain. All right, so this is good to know that you can kill almost to the end before you start getting drop-ins. So let's offense down the Iron Fist. he's stunned. Look, let's get rid of the cage. Now, I don't want to drop the Wolverine yet, and there's only one reason why, and that's because I don't know. Wait, is that a healer? Yeah, let's get rid of Oracle. Maybe I do want to drop the cage. This is what happens. You idiot. Okay. All right, slow down that Groot. Let's slow down that Wolverine. Let's offense down that Wolverine. Man, I love Deadpool so much. I mean, I'm surprised these bleeds don't proc more often. I mean, you do have a lot of focus and a lot of resistance on a Fury team. But man, if he was able to rain bleeds all across this squad, like if he had really, really high focus, if there's a character that gives mutants a lot of focus, he could really upset a Fury team. I honestly believe that. Because remember that they're a team full of minions. And if he bounces through and stacks bleeds all day, whew, he could cause some carnage. All right, whose turn's coming up? I think I'll use the... Actually, yeah, let's try and take this guy down. That damage. The damage. I'm thinking more and more, to be honest, that I'm going to shift towards that that ultimate for... Oh, the special ability, sorry. For the security. Just because of the damage. It's so darn good. Okay, let's get that up. Just because Groot does hit surprisingly hard. I mean, he's not going to hit anyone for a couple of turns because he's going to do his death proof. He's going to do his heal. Well, let's call it a heal because it doesn't really heal. It just, yeah. It slightly boosts their health a little bit. Okay, so he's going to ult soon. Maybe we'll chip down on Deadpool. Just try and stop him from going because he must be ult ready. And of course, we're not getting anything. Now, normally I would use this on him, but again, there's no real point because it's just another... Oh, so there's no real points. Oh, yeah, I don't want him to heal. Even though I've already given him one. Ah, see, that was a mistake. If I had have slowed Deadpool and it had have stuck, then I could have stunned him. And the stuns he can't shake. So we'll just stun the Iron Fist instead. And yeah, so that's a rookie mistake, kids. You hate to see it. But I'm going to leave it in so you can see that I am indeed a noob. Although I'm pretty sure that you guys knew that, right? Alright, let's keep chipping away at this idiot because I hate Kree now. They make my face sad. But they did get me Nick Fury. So, there's worse things, right? Okay, let's just average the health out a little bit. Let's try and take down some of Deadpool's health meter. Alright, we're going to get some death proofs up pretty shortly too. I might let Groot get that off, actually. Let's make sure he gets his ult reduced. He's too close, so let's slow him. Ah, there's the death proofs anyway. Don't even need you, Groot. Don't even need you, bud. Alright, now we're going to slow the Deadpool. So I can't let him take another turn now, because then he will actually get... Let's slow you down. I don't want your ult yet. Alright, so let's try and chip him down. We don't want that heal and regen going off, although there it is. I said we don't want it. We should be able to stun out Deadpool, actually. This should be alright. You know what? Screw your regens. Okay, let's put this back on Iron Fist. Let's chain across off the Deadpool. Okay, we're in a good place now. So what we'll do is we'll just try and, because they've got all low turn meter on the Oracle, on the Deadpool, we're just going to shift across to a bit of management now for their turn meters. If we can keep them all relatively similar turn meter, if we can slow them all, we can stun them all. We can use that time very much in the same video. You're probably sensing a theme with the Fury team, is that if you're very clever with it, which I'm not, I make mistakes all the time, but if you are very clever with it, you can effectively stop a team of 5 if they're relatively slowish characters, like Groot, like Wolverine, from taking a turn. Most of the Kree are horrendously slow too, by the way. I'm sure some of you are aware of that, but when you take them into Blitz 8, the reason they don't do hardly anything is that they're so slow. Alright, that's what I was worried about. So, that operative, we need to make sure she doesn't get to take a turn before I can kill Oracle and Iron Fist. So, I need to get a slow off on her, and then I need another security. Ah, he's already down. Okay, let's stop Cage from getting a AoE defense up for a little while. Alright, let's try and finish off this Oracle before he gets hidden. Okay, Wolverine will put that on. So we've got a Deadpool on the board. We need to be aware of that. Come on, Iron Fist. Die, die, die. I don't mind if she heals the Wolverine. Alright, cool. So let's see if we can stop that heal going off. So I'm going to shift to Look how little damage that ult does when you have something like this running. Alright, so this node, on paper, I thought it was going to be incredibly painful, just because the amount of heals that they have. But I guess they don't have as much health as what they did on the previous node. But it was only, I think, 115k, right? Okay, cool. So we can stun her out, so now she won't be a threat. We can stun Wolverine out, so I can shift across. Now, he is going to do his death proof this turn, I think. So I think what we may do is start chipping away at Deadpool anyway. Because what have we got? 6 characters left. There's 6 on the board. We can stun him out as well. My god, I love Fury. So good. Don't get me wrong. For those of you that go, oh, you can only win because it's Fury. You're 100% correct. You're 100% correct. They are that good. I'm not that talented. He is just that good. Alright. The rest of it from here should be cake wookie, unless I pull a Chewy and screw myself somehow. Alright, so there's going to be a defense up coming from Cage in a sec. So maybe we'll try and take his speed bar down a little bit. Get rid of these death proofs. So this is what I was saying in that last video about the Fury team, is that the focus on her for the assault doesn't seem that great. It always seems like, you know, you might get 2 or 3 abilities removed. Whereas with Operative, check this out. Bang, buff gone. Let's go to the next guy. Bang, buff gone. Alright, the focus difference is like night and day. Okay, Operative's back out, so let's put her in a box. Ooh, I can't remember, is he going to heal off that speed? Let's try and just keep him from doing that just in case. Let's slow her down, because she is very quick. Everyone has speed up. I love it. Alright, let's keep on banging. There's the defense up that I said I wasn't going to let happen. Hey, did I tell you I was going to pull the scrub move or what? Okay, I will take you. And that Operative, we need to make sure that we try and stop her. Or at least if it does go off, it goes off on a character I don't care about. Yeah, let's just take her out. Okay, Deadpool, you are next. I actually just rewatched Deadpool 2 on my flight back from, where was I coming from? From Qatar to Oman. And man, I've had that Celine Dion song stuck in my head for like 3 days now. I cannot get it out. And normally I would say, oh god, you know, Celine Dion, she's so lame. But if you heard that song, it's amazing. It is so good. It is better than it has any right to be, being an original song on a Deadpool movie. But yeah, no, I dug it real hard. Okay. There's a lot about that movie I like. I like Deadpool 1 probably a little bit more than the second one. But I would watch anything with that. Ryan Reynolds has been one of those guys that I've just loved watching movies for a long time. You know, whether it was Van Wilder. One of my favorite movies ever to watch with a buddy of mine whenever we drink is called Waiting, which is basically about them waiting tables in a restaurant and all the stuff that they do. And the ultimate message being, you don't mess with people who handle your food. And there's no wiser words out there than that. I know I'm talking a bit off script here, but look, the rest of this is pretty straightforward. Now it's all about conservation of energy. It's all about making sure that towards the end of the match, as much as you can, that all of your characters go into the next mode with as high health as possible, with all of their abilities up. That is the aim of the game. How did he get defense up when he was stunned? That's the real question here. I was not paying attention. How did he get defense up off when he was stunned? Gonna have to watch that back myself, folks. Alright, Luke Cage for last. Why? Because the dude's not even a threat. The only reason he's a threat on a node like this is that interaction that you saw before, is that if you steal that at the wrong time, you are going to have Fury exposed for 2 turns. Now, very fortunately, I had defense up on my team. I had a lot of slows, and I had offense down on their team. So I was very fortunate that I got maybe 50% health, I think, from this particular playthrough. So this node is much, much, much more straightforward than I thought. I thought with that many heals, it was going to be very much a heal blocking requirement. I still think you could do a lot with some heal blocks. Venom seems like he'd be pretty good on that node, but you wouldn't want to buff Deadpool because he would just heal all day. So those heal blocks would be nice from him. I think Mordo would really shine on this node because you can stun out if you do his guaranteed stun. on some of the Deadpools, so you don't have to worry too much about them as a threat. I think that you could definitely use Vision would be quite good because you could just heal block some of the healers. Ability block some of the healers. So yeah, that's pretty straightforward. I hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough. Again, I apologize that it doesn't necessarily help you work out alternate teams right now. But for those of you that just got your Fury and you're wondering what the best way to play these nodes are, I don't know that was the best way to do it, but that's certainly how I do it. So again, my name's Chewburger84. If you'd like to see more content from me, please have a look in the link below. I would very much like it if you were to leave me a like or a subscribe. I'll keep trying to do more videos for you. I'd also love it if you would join us and listen in on the Strikeforce Masters of Launch podcast done between myself and Big Roy Awesome every Monday. You can find us on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, etc. We also have a Masters of Launch community happening in Discord. So search for either Masters of Launch or you're more than welcome to DM me in Discord, Chewburger84, and I'm more than happy to point you in the right direction. So until next time, guys, I'll catch you soon.